What if the richest people in the world were quietly using a financial habit so simple, so hidden in plain sight, that most people ignore it their entire lives without even realizing it's the one thing separating generational wealth from lifelong financial struggle? And what if this habit is not about saving more, not about investing early, not about budgeting every dollar, but about something so subtle that once you notice it, you can't unsee it? A habit that changes the way money moves toward a person instead of away from them. And today I'm going to pull that curtain wide open and show you the exact financial behavior that makes the rich keep getting richer even when the economy changes, even when markets fall, even when their income fluctuates. Because the truth is that wealthy people don't rely on money the same way average people do. They rely on the movement of money, the direction of money, the velocity of money. And the strange part is that this habit doesn't require massive intelligence or some insider knowledge or even a business degree. It only requires a mindset shift that most people never make, because they've been trained from childhood to live inside a financial cage without knowing it. And breaking out of that cage isn't about making more money. It's about understanding the habit that rich people master early. They treat money like a teammate, not a reward, not a trophy, not a measure of self-worth, but a teammate that needs direction, purpose, and motion. And this sounds strange until you realize that poor and middle-class people treat money like a lifeline that must never be risked or moved or exposed, while rich people see money as a flexible tool designed to grow only when it's used. And yes, this is the habit, the financial habit that makes the rich richer is this. They never let money sit still. They keep money in motion at all times, circulating, cycling, compounding, expanding, never trapped, never sleeping, because money that sits is money that dies. And wealthy people know this so deeply that every decision they make revolves around one question: does this keep my money flowing, or does it freeze my money? And this principle becomes so ingrained in their thinking that even simple things like how they spend their time, how they choose opportunities, how they say yes or no, all revolve around maintaining the momentum of money, because momentum multiplies wealth even when effort stays the same. And this is exactly why two people with the same income can end up in two completely different financial realities within 5 years, because one keeps money moving while the other keeps money locked. And the difference becomes bigger each year until it's not even comparable anymore. And let me take you inside the rich mindset for a second. When an average person gets paid, the first thought is usually relief, comfort, or consumption. But when a wealthy person gets paid, the first thought is direction, purpose, allocation, and flow. And this is a major reason why rich people's money never stays in their bank accounts like most people's money does, because a bank account is not a place of growth. It's a temporary holding zone, a transit station, not a destination, never a final home for money. And wealthy people understand that the longer money stays in a bank, the more potential it loses, so they route money the way a skilled chess player moves pieces, always toward a position of strength. And this doesn't mean risky decisions or careless investing. It means intentional movement, controlled risk, and strategic placement. So let me break it down even deeper so you understand it exactly the way the rich live it. Rich people create systems where money cycles through assets, income sources, and opportunities without relying on their personal labor. And that means the habit is not only to keep money moving, but to create environments where money moves on its own. And this is the part nobody talks about because it's not flashy and it's not quick. But it's extremely powerful, because when money moves through a system, it generates returns over and over again without needing constant human effort. And this is why wealthy people focus on building engines instead of collecting money, because money stored disappears, but money circulating multiplies. And if you've ever asked how rich people recover from financial losses faster than everyone else, this is why. They don't start from zero even after losing money, because their systems remain alive. Their money keeps moving, it keeps working, always in motion, always generating new pathways for growth. And here, where things get even more interesting. This habit doesn't require huge amounts of cash to start. It requires consistency, not volume, because money movement can begin with tiny amounts that grow into larger cycles over time. And rich people know that small movements compound into big outcomes, while average people think big outcomes require big movements, which is the fundamental difference that changes everything. And this mindset also shapes how the wealthy approach decision-making, because whenever an opportunity comes, They never ask, how much will this cost me? They ask, how much motion will this create for my money? And if the answer is zero, they pass, and that's why rich people turn down many opportunities that look good on the surface, because those opportunities trap money instead of moving it. And now think about your life. How many times has money entered your hands only to get stuck in the same places? Bills, purchases, comfort spending, impulse habits, subscriptions you forgot to cancel, or savings that sit without purpose, slowly losing value. Because money without direction always finds a way to vanish, while money with direction always finds a way to multiply. And the rich know that every dollar is either a worker or a prisoner, depending on what you do with it. And this habit of movement also affects how they spend, because rich people spend differently. They buy things that continue generating value even after they're purchased. And this doesn't mean only investments. It also means skills, assets, systems, relationships, brand expansions, tools, and knowledge that create new cycles of motion. And meanwhile, average people spend to feel relief, to feel progress, or to feel upgraded, but not to create movement. And even their attempts to save or invest often fail to work, because they put money into places where it becomes stuck, like a savings account earning almost nothing, or an investment chosen without a strategy or a purchase that provides no return beyond temporary happiness. And here's the twist that makes this habit so powerful. Once you train yourself to think of money as motion, you stop fearing money, you stop clinging to it, you stop treating it like something fragile or limited, and you begin treating it like energy that expands when guided and shrinks when hoarded. And that shift alone makes you behave differently with every dollar you touch. And when you behave differently, your financial life changes automatically, even without earning more income, because direction matters more than amount. And that's the rule wealthy people live by, even if they never say it directly. And here's something most people will never tell you. The financial world quietly rewards people who understand motion and punishes people who don't. And that's why people who don't follow this habit stay stuck even with good income, while people who follow it rise even with average income. And your entire financial reality over the next 5 years can transform by adopting this one habit. And you'll notice small changes at first. Your decisions become clearer, your money stops disappearing randomly, your confidence grows. Your opportunities expand, your stress decreases, and your control increases. And eventually you'll build your first cycle of financial motion, even if it's tiny. But tiny motion becomes big motion, and big motion becomes unstoppable growth. And here's the final truth that completes everything I've told you. The rich get richer because they refuse to let money stay still. They see still money as dead money, and they know wealth isn't built by money you save. It's built by money you move, direct, command, and circulate. And now the question for you is simple. Will you keep treating money like something to store, or will you start treating it like energy meant to stay in motion? Because your answer will determine which side of wealth you stand on for the rest of your life. And before we end, let me leave you with the same suspense I began with. If this one financial habit is strong enough to make the rich richer every single year, even during chaos, even during recessions, even during crisis, then imagine what it could do for you if you start applying it today, right now, before another month passes. Because the moment you choose movement over stagnation is the moment your financial life begins to transform in a way most people will never experience, simply because they never learn the habit that keeps the rich at the top, while everyone else stays stuck at the bottom.